Was the word, this word was with Africa, this word was the representation of Africa. And with Africa, everything was made, and in fact, without Africa, there was nothing made that was made. In the ancient Egyptian language of Met to Net.
This is Dalani Aamon from Harambe Radio and Television Network. I'm in the city of Selma, Alabama. I'm at the Pettus Bridge, site of the world-renowned attempt to keep black people from voting back in 1963 and 1964. I've been here 3 days so far. This is Saturday afternoon, and what I'm about to show you is a whole bunch of the Selma town folk getting together to commemorate this very special 44th annual commemoration of walking across the Pettus Bridge, which will take place tomorrow on Sunday. It's been a very interesting 3 days so far down in Selma, Alabama. I'm going to attempt to show you some of the folklore down here, some of the many sights you're going to see, the many vendors, the participation of the black community down here. You're going to get a chance to see a little bit of everything. So I want you to hold tight and just pay attention to some of the sights and sounds that I'm going to give you here today. Turning into the crowd now to give you an idea of how many people are here, way up in the many thousands. You can see and hear the police presence here. Music playing in the background. A lot of Obama shirts on. Very friendly people down here in Selma, Alabama. We're at the foot of the bridge, the Pettus Bridge. This is the light at the bottom. I've done a complete 360 circle from the bridge back around. This is the middle of the intersection I'm showing you. Police are in control of the traffic, pedestrian traffic. Streets have been shut off, running vertical. The horizontal traffic you see coming by is running along the main street here, the corridor. These cars passing you by are headed over the Pettus Bridge. This is quite an unbelievable experience, and I'm going to explain more as we go on. You can judge for yourself the participation amongst white folks by looking at who's coming by the camera. I'm going to let this run for a few minutes and kind of let you be the judge as to what you see and what you think the reason is that European people don't come out to support things when we're involved. The traffic coming towards you is going across the bridge. The traffic going away from you are cars coming over from the other side. This is the exact bridge that the civil rights came over and were attacked with billy clubs and guns back in 1963-64. I'm going to pan around so you can again see people crossing the bridge pedestrian style. Hang in there. I'm going to adjust the camera so we can pick up the people coming. This bridge is about a quarter-of-a-mile walk. And you haven't seen Alabama until you've seen this bridge and walked over it and remember how this got things cranked up back in the day and caused a whole community of black people to finally stand up to the oppression they had been facing for many, many years. I'm going to go on the other side of the street with the camera. This is part of the tradition, if you're a tourist here, is to make sure you walk over this bridge. I've driven over it, been driven over by other people, and now giving you a chance to see what it looks like from down at the foot of the bridge. This bridge brings you down to the downtown side of Selma, Alabama. You ain't seen nothing till you've been to Selma, Alabama. I know now that Martin and the boys were really badass brothers because this is nothing to play with here in Selma, Alabama. No, don't worry, you're in good shape. As you can see, many Obama t-shirts down in Selma, Alabama. I guess you got to pray on something. This is Dalani Aamon, Harambe Radio and Television, at the foot of the bridge here in Selma, Alabama. It's been rough, you guys, but I can't wait to get back to North Carolina and tell you more about it. It's been an incredible trip down here, and one that you really have to be here to believe and know what the vibrations here feel like. There's a lot of dead bodies down in Selma, Alabama. I can tell you that with all assuredness. What you hear is the traffic going by me on the way over the bridge here in Selma, Alabama. Just pay attention to the documentary, because it's all I can give you. That's about as close to what's really happening down here as you can imagine. It really has, time has stood still here in Selma, Alabama. And that's probably the best thing I can tell you to let you relate to what's going on down here, that the black people down here are still under the thumb of this racist government here in Selma, Alabama. So I want to just welcome all of you to this broadcast and just let you know that here at Harambe, we're trying to bring you the real from the unreal. So anything you've heard or ever felt about Selma and everything that's gone on will be dealt with in the course of this 4 hours of video that we're working on here, right here in Selma. I guess you can see the Pettus Bridge right here. I've been trying to highlight that. This is the bridge where it all took place many, many years ago. So I'm going to get back behind the camera so I can get you some more sights here in Selma, Alabama. It's been real though. Going to rotate this camera around so you can get back to seeing some of the sights. Traffic passing me by, headed over the bridge, and you see all the vendors over there. And this is just on this one street, but there are thousands of people everywhere, and food being sold, artifacts, everything. This is one of the biggest events in Alabama. Is that where we are? Yes, Selma, Alabama. This is on the list of top 10 tourist attractions. I know you saying these people need to get a life, right? This side where I'm showing you is the entrance way to get into the areas where all the vending's being done. It's a short delay because they're passing out information. And I guess you can hear the rednecks gunning their motors as they go by. A lot of Confederate flags down here. We're at the intersection of Broad Street and at the foot of the Pettus Bridge here in Selma, Alabama. This is the foot traffic you see going by. Again, you can see for yourself at the foot of the Pettus Bridge here in Selma, Alabama, the amount of black folks coming past on a regular basis in comparison with some of the white townspeople that decided for whatever reason to leave town every year during this particular weekend. It's a very small town here, definitely for sure. Everyone knows everyone in Selma, Alabama. Sometimes pictures speak more than 1,000 words, right?
I've been to the Black Museum. They have a full display of how we got here through the slave ship. It was a gruesome sight to see, but it was impressive. I'm impressed with the crowd, and I'm very impressed.
Yeah, my name is Earl Lanier Hill, and I'm from Crenshaw County, Alabama, and I was part of the civil rights movement back in the 60s, and I marched with Alabama State to the Capitol with Dr. King, and I also attended the Selma to Montgomery March in 1990, and this is the first time I've been back. The crowd has grown, more enthusiasm has taken place, and I'm just highly impressed with the crowd. I can't seem to get into any activities. Everything is overpriced and considered the poor people, and I don't know what I'm paying for. Guess I'll be in charge to go in and buy food. So that part I don't understand, but as far as the historic occasion, I'm highly impressed with that. So I look forward to coming back again and again and again. So I'm happy to be here at the foot of the Edmund Pettus Bridge, who took two chances to go across before we could get them to bow down to allow us to vote. And we're all glad that we are free at last and free at last. Thank God about it. We're free at last. Got it right.
I'm Hassan El Amin. I'm glad to be here. First time in Alabama.
Alabama period.
I'm standing at the foot of the Edmund Pettus Bridge. We came down here just to be a part of history. I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I attend Masjid Omar Ibn Said in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm here with my two brothers, Dr. Earl Hill and Brother
Armenia.
Oh, but
Armenia.
Don't do me like that. But anyway, I'm really, since I've been here, I met some beautiful brothers and sisters. Everybody seemed like family, making me know that, letting me know that I know now that it's a new day. I was also in Washington, D.C. at the inauguration of Barack Obama, president. And the feeling that I got when I was there, that I seem to be getting that same feeling back again today. And I intend attending the march, going across the bridge tomorrow. I also intend giving my grandbaby, I have 6 grandbabies, and I want to share this feeling with them, let them know what went on in our history. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and I thank you very much for allowing me to speak.
I'm really impressed about the fact that you have to pay $10 to get in the gate, and people are paying. They're paying for their children, and they're supporting this 100%. And rather than spending their money with their own kind. Well, I'm really impressed on that part. I like to see that. It's a good idea. I wish we could do it in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And I'm impressed with your enthusiasm. I know you're off camera now on Mars, but I'm impressed with your enthusiasm, and I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad to have met you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I feel a spirit, a different spirit from back in the 60s, a different spirit here, a spirit of freedom and brotherhood and sisterhood is over the place. Not only has a change came to America, but a change has come to Selma, Alabama as well. People seem to get along, and we're not apt to turn on one another, and I'm proud to see that. I've been beginning that black people have taken the shackles off of them of separation, and we're finally coming together and see that we're really brothers and sisters, and once we can feel that spirit, we can realize the kings and queens that we really are. That's and right. We can go forward and do great things in America. So I'm glad to be here, and thank you so much for allowing us to speak.
But I mean, anything else? I think that Dr. Hill just about covered it. I mean, it's an awesome feeling, you know.
You gotta be here, right?
You gotta be here. You just gotta be here. So if you're not here this time, make sure you're here next time.
How you brothers doing?
Great.
This is Live and in Living Color. How y'all doing, man?
Okay, yes, sir.
I appreciate y'all coming out for Harambe Radio and Television.
Glad to be here.
And we're going to try to get you on to be a guest of my show in a few weeks when I get back to town. So in the foreground is the sign, the Edmund Pettus Bridge. We're at the foot of it right now on the populated side of Selma, Alabama. So you know me, I'm Brother Dalani Aamon, Harambe Radio and Television, just enjoying the weekend here in Selma, Alabama.
2009.
2009. So thank y'all so much for being a part of Harambe Radio.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all take care.
J. Sullivan Black, John S. Black, comes from I live in Las Vegas, working in New Jersey. I was a part of this. Believe it or not, I'm one of the older guys, but not taking that for bragging rights. I was here on the day that was really going down. And what I like about it, the younger generation seem to have forgotten about all of this. I talk to my sons and my daughters and nephews, and these people, they can't conceive the things that I tell them about what really went down in this town, but I don't feel bad. The reason I like the fact that these people cannot even relate to what really took place, I tell some of my older brothers, that's a good thing that they can't relate to what we went through, which means we did an excellent job. We did what we needed to do. In other words, we were so effective that what we did and the things we suffered through is a distant memory. And like I said, here I am in Selma. I come here often the chance I get. The famed Pettus Bridge, the day we crossed it, Jim Clark and his gang was on the other side waiting on us. Eventually we made it, and not being one to brag or date myself, but I was there. I was in Vietnam, 65 to 67. I've done my part, so hey, I don't need no pats on the back, but I'm just glad I was able to participate. Peace out. Take care. Out.
Okay. Hello, I'm Iverson Hobson from Selma, Alabama. This is my daughter, Bianca, and Chanel, her friend Chanel. And we are just glad to have everybody here for the Jubilee. It's a wonderful event. I am born and raised in Selma and practice here, dentistry in Selma. And girls, Bianca?
I'm happy to be here. It's a fun event to be here. We actually are going to talk about it in our history class soon, so I'm excited to be here.
I'm here with my friend Bianca. It's my first time here, and it's great because I'll be coming to school here next year. So.
Yes. Yeah, this is really great because I remember the original event here of Bloody Sunday. I was actually 2 blocks down the street watching because I had older sisters that participated. And so I had to be drug along at the time, so I witnessed history the first time. So this is really great to see it every year, the event itself. And I'm glad now that these younger people can share it. Yes.
Shouted. Your name has to be shouted. So I'm notifying the world of your divinity. I'm notifying the world of your nobility. And you were the one who was taken from the isles of tranquility, and then you were shaken into the belly of captivity, and you were used in the belly of captivity.